Welcome to the 2020-21 school year at FFCA High School. This year will be very different. We have been split into a North Campus in Montgomery and a South Campus in Acadia. We are also all in the middle of a global pandemic with COVID-19. This video is designed to give FFCA students and families a brief overview of some of the protections against COVID-19 we have in place at both high school campuses. The safety of our students and staff is the top priority this year. To protect ourselves against transmission of coronavirus, we need to put layers of protection between ourselves and the virus. No single layer will be enough, and some layers are not available at the high school. We cannot cohort students into small groups due to how complex our course schedules are, and it is extremely difficult to provide 2 meters of physical distancing in our buildings. To compensate for the loss of these layers, we have added and enhanced other protections. Please stay home if you are sick. Follow all AHS guidelines, such as washing hands frequently, not touching your mouth, and avoid gathering in large groups indoors. We are so happy that you are coming back home to Foundations for the Future Charter Academy. Many layers of protection were put in place around both of our campuses. One of the first layers students will encounter is one-way traffic patterns. Please use the designated entrance and exit doors when entering our buildings and follow the floor markings and arrows. You will see arrows on each of the floors. Make sure you follow in the direction they intend. Remember to also wear your mask when in the hallway. Once you are about to enter your classroom, please hand sanitize again. Making sure not to spill on the floor like Miss Nairos. Thank you, Mr. Falk, for showing us exactly how to hand sanitize appropriately. Please make sure that you are always following the direction of the arrows. Don't be that person who tries to go the wrong way. Some of the arrows will lead you right outside the school to go around and back in. This is for your safety. FFCA has installed automatic hand sanitizers at the entrances and additional hand sanitizer pumps around our buildings and outside each classroom. Every person coming in the building is expected to sanitize their hands. Miss Nairos goes a little far, but you get the point. Please wait your turn using proper social distancing. Let's talk about washrooms. Washrooms have their maximum capacity noted outside each washroom entrance. If the washroom is at full capacity, students will wait outside using proper social distancing. Unfortunately for this year, to reduce face-to-face interactions and maintain the between classes traffic patterns, no lockers will be available. Students will keep all of their belongings with them in their backpacks. Miss Ahmed shed a tear for you. But don't worry, everybody. It's all good. We got this. FFCA's Board of Directors allowed the high school calendar to be changed to allow for a later start this year. This means our November break has been shortened and students will have the same bell schedule 5 days a week, including Fridays. In order to maintain what cohorting is possible at the high school, all students will enter the buildings using their designated entrances and move directly to their Block 1 class. The bell schedule has changed. Block 1 will be from 8:10 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. Block 2 will be 9:53 a.m. to 11:28 a.m. Lunch will be from 11:28 a.m. to 11:53 a.m. Block 3 will be 11:53 a.m. to 1:28 p.m. Block 4 will be 1:35 p.m. to 3:10 p.m. One challenge for high school students will be the protections around lunches. In order to maintain our whole school cohort safety, we cannot allow students to leave campus over lunch and possibly come into contact with the virus. Students will stay on campus over lunch and eat a bagged lunch that they have brought with them during their Block 2 class. In addition, there will be no microwaves, and all lunch garbage needs to be taken home with students. No deliveries will be allowed either. This is all to ensure that once students are in our buildings, they stay in contact only with other healthy people. At the end of Block 4, students will be dismissed in staggered intervals so as to allow for physical distancing in the hallways and safe boarding of buses. Grade 9s and 11s will be dismissed early on day 1, and grades 10 and 12 students will be dismissed early on day 2. Students must move directly to their bus or cars and will not be allowed to congregate inside. Other layers of protection have been put in place to support reduced contact between people. All departments have modified their lessons to reduce the frequency and intensity of any class activities that would involve students working in close proximity. Masks will be worn by all high school students in classrooms unless 2 meters spacing can be maintained or students are engaged in sustained independent work, seated at their desks, not facing each other, and spaced as far apart as possible. If students are working at their desks spaced less than 2 meters apart, they must put their mask on prior to speaking or getting up from the desk. There will be no changing for phys ed classes under Scenario 1. Change rooms will be closed. Students who have phys ed classes will be allowed to wear their gym strip throughout the day on the days when they have phys ed classes. All other days will require proper uniform. While the phys ed department waits for our supply of gym clothing to arrive, students will be allowed to wear their own authentic athletic wear for days they have phys ed classes. More information on the guidelines for authentic athletic clothing will be provided by your PE teachers. If you develop any symptoms, you must not come to school. If you develop symptoms while at school, students will be removed from class and placed in an isolated sick room. Families must come pick you up within 1 hour. You will not be allowed to take the bus home. If a staff member develops symptoms during the day, they will notify administration and remove themselves from the building. More information about what happens when someone becomes sick can be found on FFCA's website. We are a huggy group of people. We all just love each other. But for this year, we're going to have to limit hugs. But what you can do is elbow bump. That's the new cool thing to do if you ask me. Watch as Nairos and Mr. Falk show us. Boom! Look how excited they are. We got this, everybody. This school year will have some extra challenges as we all work together to keep each other safe and healthy. These and other layers will be in place throughout the year in hopes that we can stay in Scenario 1, in-person learning. Please make sure you are doing your part to keep us all safe and healthy. Let's have a great school year. Infinite love and gratitude, everyone.